to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. Kenyans are asking a question that is there an existing office of first mother or first grandmother? That question is coming because William Ruto's mother has been keeping a low profile. And I think myself, the two instances that I've seen high in public was during the Bomas of Kenya last year, during the announcement when there was that fracas. I remember seeing her there, being whisked by the security details. And then the next appearance I saw her was in Kasarani. And for the last 8 months, she's kept a low profile, unlike Mama Ngina, who also, compared to Mama Ngina, who was never in the limelight. But of course, Mama Ngina was our first lady. So apart from her being a mother of former President Uhuru Kenyatta, she was also the very first lady of Republic of Kenya. When because Jomo Kenyatta is the president. Now, Twitter is ablaze with this tweet from Jonathan B. Chelilim, who met with Ruto's mother, and my attention was drawn by the fact that his office decided to publicize that meeting. And what is shared is what is causing a lot of questions. He's shared this tweet. I had the honor of welcoming Gogo Sarah Samway, the mother of our president, His Excellency Dr. William Ruto, when she made a courtesy call to my office. We discussed various issues regarding the overall development of our county. And then in that tweet, these two photos were shared. I've tried to ask around. Here are looking at some are MCS and also members of people who might have tagged along, including even her security details. That meeting has been attracting reaction in social media. The governor has talked of overall development, not in the country, but in the county. And the good Kenyans have been asking in what capacity I know, yes, Ruto's mother is a woman of high profile in this country. We cannot underestimate that. But a meeting with the host governor, Uasin Gishu, the Uasin Gishu governor is also the home county to the president, and to them, is something that attracted attention. What is the development? What are the details? What are the details? I want us to look at that in details. But, the first family has been in the public for, I think, different projects. I remember the very first few months, Charlie and Ruto was more in public doing a couple of charity projects in the country and also attending conferences and was really viewed as a youth champion. The first lady is also running some women empowerment projects. On the other hand, we've also seen one of the son, I think Nick, also donating some millions in a church. Yes, donated some 3 million in a church. And so they've been busy, quite a number of issues, a number of ideas going on, and they've been doing a lot of stuff. If you look at this meeting, if you look at this photo, the way they are standing, the governor and him and her, and maybe the other person on that end probably is her PA, the person maybe that was carrying the bag, is there. That meeting had some significance. This whole number, if it was just a walk-in meeting where maybe Mama Gogo just decided to maybe have a chit-chat with the governor, just two, private meeting about something happening, maybe a Tengeneza Barabara hapa or something, it wouldn't have been made public. But with this delegation, the whole with carrying herself with the whole of this delegation tells you that this was an official meeting. And that's why Kenyans are asking, in what capacity? Even me, I cannot answer. I don't know. But, there are constitutional offices that are being created. Let's get the distinction right. Mama Ngina was also there in public, and she was also doing, I think she was also running the foundation, but the foundation was run by Ruto's daughter. And there are a couple of maybe other projects that she was recently in the limelight on the Mau Mau issue. Yes. So what exactly is happening? I want us to look at this and explain the public appearance of Mama Gogo and what is the interpretation. Before we do that interpretation, I want to humbly request you in a special way that as Bold Charity Network, we decided we are not going to complain and not being part of a solution. So that is why this month of June, we decided to do something different, support a feeding program in an orphanage here in Nairobi. And that's why we are doing a 50 shillings donation challenge towards the same. We are targeting foodstuff, rice, unga, and the other foodstuff to donate to a children's home in Dagoretti. So we're reaching out to you in a special way. That is a place that I took a child some time back when I was in media, and I know that we are going to change a lot. So that is our project for this month. We'll be running only one project in a month. So for this month, this is what we're going to do. And that's why I'm reaching out to you in a special way. Kindly, let's support. The number is there. And may God bless you as you purpose to support that noble cause. Now, clearly, there is interpretation that there could be some office that is operating in the background. I don't know whether there is something wrong with that, but I want to believe that for her to even organize and come with that team, the Ruto's mother, I don't know how to call first mother. I don't know. Yes, is our granny actually. I don't know what to say. Our first grandmother, maybe, I think. Now, if you're looking at age, you'll depend. She could be having an office in the background. Two things. Probably it is possible, even Ruto in her capacity, she can afford an office for the mother and run, even through presidential, it can still do. What will only question is whether there is a constitutional office that is funded for that, or maybe a foundation. So I'm trying to check. I think there is William Ruto Foundation, if I'm not wrong. There is a foundation, maybe. I want to believe that if she's not in a capacity, but there is a high likelihood that she's running an office. As to whether it's your money or other things, it's something you can interpret. Number two, her public appearance could also mean that she's running some soft projects for just ground smoothing in the rift. Recently, William Ruto has been having headache in the Rift Valley because despite the fact that that is his home, that is his place, they have been leading in the protest against maybe the conduct of government on what exactly is going on. And you will see social media blaze with videos, clips on what exactly is actually happening. So I see this is a possibility of the Rift Valley ground smoothing projects. Maybe she's running that, and it's some foundation here. There is also climate. Serikali ni kubwa, climate change fund or something targeting Mazee. Now, if I want to touch some understanding to this, today the government released Inua Jamii funds targeting the Wazees. Now, if Ruto's mother was to come to limelight and maybe do a lobby, she'll be lobbying for that because that's her group. Now, I need to make some explanation here. President Ruto William Ruto campaigned on a youth platform and was viewed as a man who was with the youth. The hustler tag. But now, after getting into power, he must shed. He automatically removed the hustler tag, because now you cannot be a president and don't tell people I'm a hustler. It doesn't get hustler will work well with some situations. So having removed that, it seems now to try to create a transition from that to creation of a dynasty, especially that will be in the context of Rift Valley politics. There was only one dynasty in Rift Valley, and that was Moi family. Moi is no longer in the picture. See, the Moi and the Moi's children are no longer in the picture. And I do believe that then William Ruto is trying to swing the pendulum, so that it will be a creation of the dynasty. This will be a creation of Ruto dynasty in the Rift Valley, because when you see the mother coming out doing projects, that appearance, you're seeing the child doing some projects appearance, you see the president, by all that, it is that creation. Let me tell you, the dynasty of Jomo Kenyatta, the emblem, the symbol of dynasty of Jomo Kenyatta is not Uhuru Kenyatta, it's actually the mother. Yes. And in many instances, there are even information that it is the mother that propelled Uhuru Kenyatta to presidency. It's the mother that supported him from way back when Moi supported him in 2002 election. So I think the appearance of the president's family is strategic in the creation of a dynasty in the Rift Valley. Lastly, you cannot underestimate Uasin Gishu factor in Ruto presidency. That's a very big factor in his county. Maybe people are having a lot of expectations in terms of what is to be expected from President's County, what has been done. And the Uasin Gishu factor in Ruto's presidency is huge, because when people will start looking at scorecard, what Ruto has done, the first place they would want to look at, journalists want to find out, is what has he done for his own county. And is just picking the lessons from Kiambu. President William Ruto is from Kiambu. Uhuru Kenyatta was from Kiambu, both Uhuru Kenyatta 1 and both Jomo Kenyatta and Uhuru Kenyatta. And I remember when the coup was being staged, Kiambu had to be in the forefront. Look at Moses Kuria, Kimani Chungwa, and the team. Kiambu was to be at the forefront. And they'll question, like, he's his place, what has he done for us? What has he done for us? So it's some clear point here that Ruto's mother coming in the limelight, whatever might do, even if it is development, it could be in the context of Uasin Gishu factor. They want to do something for Uasin Gishu, and probably it will be done under the influence, or rather, of the mother, to do something for the people. Now, I may be very selfish to accept that if there is nothing wrong with the mother getting an office, I don't think there is anything wrong with that. But then it will be a very clear line if it is an extension of spending taxpayers' money. And if it is run as a foundation that is maybe funded by external sources, absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if it is gobbling public funds and going into it, then that will be a bit questionable. But that's my take. I think at the end of the day, the more we create these offices, the more other Kenyans are getting jobs. So we might also have to appreciate the fact that maybe members of that secretariat are getting some few cash here and there. And it's a matter of wait and see. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my take. As to whether it's also diversionary to give us a topic, yes, we've picked it. But people from the Rift are better placed to give us more interpretation of Mama Sarah Gogo's appearance. She's been taking a low profile, quite a very low profile. Even at the time Ruto was, confrontation with Ruto and Mamangina never came out in the public, and we want to see. Let's see how that story will develop. Thank you.